afternoon. Welcome to Spill the Tea with Mrs. P. Hope you're all okay. So I've got two things that I want to talk to you about today. First one is something that I read Sunday, last weekend. And it was about, I think it was one of the England Lionesses, I think. And she'd come out with a girlfriend. She said she felt it was time. And she was in a very happy, loving relationship. It's great. And I thought, really? Not that she's come out, each to their own. Don't bother me. Do we still live in a day and age where we have to come out? Can she just not rock up to work with her girlfriend or rock up at an awards do with a girlfriend? Is it still so that she has to pre-warn us? See, I've always said to my kids, never ever come out. Never ever come out to me. Don't sit me down and come out. Because I don't care. You bring whoever you want home, my loves. So long as you're in a happy, safe relationship, you don't need to come out. You just bring your partner home. I don't care what sex they are. As long as you're a safe and loving relationship, I'm going to love them and they will always be a part of this family. Okay. Don't come out because there's no need. Because I wouldn't, if Boo came home with a girlfriend, I'm not going to treat that girlfriend any different to if Fox came home with a girlfriend. Or if Fox came home with a boyfriend, I wouldn't treat it any differently to if Seven came home with a boy. I wouldn't treat him any differently to if Seven came home with a boyfriend. They're all my kids' partners. They're all part of this family. Why do we have to come out? We're in a world where we've put a man on the moon. We've done all this amazing, amazing stuff. And yet we still feel the need to pre-warn people who our partners are going to be. I don't get it. I don't get it. I've never had an issue with whoever your partners are. Fill your boots. You bring them home. And if you're a girl and you were born a girl and you say to me, I feel like I'm in the wrong body and I want to be a boy. I should be a boy. I am a boy. Go be a boy. Go be happy. You've only got one life. It's incredibly short. Caitlyn Jenner. Good on her. The only thing I think sad about that is that it took her so long to feel happy and confident enough to be able to make that change in her life, because she's lived a very long life. Well, I say very long, she's not that old, is she? But how long of that has she been hiding and having secrets and turmoil inside? That's the sad bit. I think it would have been lovely for her to have enjoyed herself for longer. Each to their own. Do you know what I mean? I think as long as you're not hurting anyone, if you like innies or outies, you go like innies or outies. Don't come out. Don't tell us. Just go do it, love. It's fine. And I think it's really sad that these people, I mean, that must have taken, like, she was so scared. She must have been so scared of the backlash she was going to get. Whose business is it? Whose business is it? What she does in her bedroom. Who she does in her bedroom. That's what I don't get. I don't really, like, I've never, if my kids came and sat me down and said, Mum, I just want you to know I'm heterosexual, I go, okay. Do you know what I mean? We don't come out and say, I like having sex with people of the other sex, do we? So why do we have to go, I like having sex with people of the same sex? I don't understand it, really. So that was my little bugbear. Not for her. I'm so happy she's in a loving relationship, and long may it continue, and I wish them both the best. But I just think everyone should keep their fucking nose out of the business. Let them do what they want to do. Anyway, I could go on about that. The other thing I've been asked quite a lot this week is about Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. And should his daughters lose their titles? Now, if I fuck up at work, my kids don't get sacked. I mean, they're not working, obviously. But do you see what I mean? So, if my sister or Howard Mr. P's brothers were to screw up at work, they're not going to sack me. Like, if my mum or dad had screwed up at their job, no one would have phoned me and gone, sorry, Mrs. P, you're sacked because your mum screwed up. And I know it's slightly more than screwed up. Do you know what I mean? I am aware of the massive difference, but they've not done it. They weren't involved. Why would we take away their titles and their birthright just because of what he's done? Which, I'm going to put it out there and say, he's fucking done it, hasn't he? It's not looking good for the fella. Now, Mr. P said he reckons that Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is going to be charged and will end up in prison for this. And I said, can they really put the King's brother in prison? Can you imagine being in prison with the King's brother? Who's going to go and visit him? I mean, obviously, people won't want to if he's done what he is accused of, which we all know he has. But he can't have visitors. Can you imagine? Can my brother come? Well, no. Why? Because he's the King of England. Do you know what I mean? Like, who's going to come and visit him? And I did get asked about Fergie, and I think she's looking more and more dodgy. She knows more than she's let on here, hasn't she? I think there's going to be a massive thing coming out about her anytime soon. But I do feel for the girls. I think it must be so hard because he is your dad. But if he's been doing wrong and things, but they shouldn't lose their job. They shouldn't lose their titles. I think it's hard to tar them with the same brush, isn't it? So I think no. And do you know, a lot of people, they've had some shit over the years, those girls. I've seen the pictures of them being compared to horrible, horrible things. And do you know what? I think they're lovely. And I think they're really nice, sweet girls. Not that I've ever fucking met them. I make it sound like I speak to them on a regular basis. But they just come across as so lovely and so sweet. And they've had some shit thrown at them. But because they're not like William and Harry, you know, sort of that close, I think they get ignored. Like, they don't get the credit they deserve. So I do feel sorry for those girls. I really do. But I am intrigued to see what... Because they can't just let it lie. If he's done the things that they're saying, they can't just go, King's brother. Give him some... You know, give him a little bit of leeway. No. Because he has to be held accountable. But I just can't imagine him being in prison. Like, literally, who's going to go and see him? Like, can you imagine going to see your Uncle Bob in prison and there's Princess Eugene or Eugenie, I call her Eugene, Mr. P calls her Eugenie, sat next to you. Do you know what I mean? But you couldn't give them special visitation, could you? Because why are they getting it? He would be a convicted paedophile if he's done what they're saying. So I think that for me, because I mean, it's been so long since there's been like a royal scandal like this. I mean, you know, years and years ago, they'd have chopped his head off by now. Or he'd have been sent to Spain or somewhere, wouldn't he? It would have been an Andrew, go and sit in the corner and just keep quiet. But now, like, there's got to be repercussion. Not that having your head chopped off isn't a repercussion. I don't know if I'm making myself very clear now. But there you go. My kids will just be like, oh, Mum's just said having your head chopped off is not a repercussion. Maybe they'll tidy the rooms now. So there you go. There's my thoughts. I'm going to do a conclusion now. I'm going to say, whether you like innies or outies, don't worry about it, pet. Don't feel like you've got to tell anyone. You just crack on. Just stay safe. Stay in a loving relationship. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. And if you're Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, I do believe you've been a bit naughty, very naughty, and I do believe that there's consequences coming your way. But I do believe that you girls should keep their titles because they've done nothing wrong. Why would you penalise someone else for something someone else has done? Right, guys, I'm off. It's Friday. I've got my mum and dad coming for tea, and I'm going to go and put up my Christmas decorations. And I don't care. So if you sat there going, oh, I can't put up my Christmas decorations because it's too early. Yes, you can. Go and do it. I'll show mine to you this weekend because I'm doing it and not a fuck will be given. All right, guys, take care. Speak to you soon.